Hello, my name is Rob Waito, candidate for Mayor of Athabasca. I'm here today at the Nancy Appleby Theatre in the old public school, and one of the reasons I came here to the Nancy Appleby Theatre is to basically highlight a project that was fairly significant in the community, and that Athabasca is one of the few communities that can say that they've got a theater complex like the Nancy Appleby Theatre, and they should be proud of it. But I guess the important thing to consider here is that a lot of that occurred, through sweat equity and community involvement, and that's kind of what we have to look at as a community there now. A few weeks back, the Chamber of Commerce held a candidates night, and one of the current councillors indicated that we had $4 million in our bank account for the town. Well, $4 million last year was fairly significant. When you look at the cost of inflation in the last year, that $4 million has basically been whittled down to potentially what $2 million would be worth, because if you look at the price of gas, for example, last year was about half of what it is today. Lumber prices last year, 8-foot 2x4 was about $2.40, and then in the springtime it went up to over $9, and now it's currently around $4.80 for an 8-foot 2x4. So it's still double what it was. Any of yous grocery shopping know that grocery prices have skyrocketed. So it's costing us a lot of money. The federal government's been printing money like crazy, and those of us on the bottom end of the feeding chain, I guess you can say, we're the ones that are paying the price for that. And so as a taxpayer in this community, can we afford to continue seeing our taxes go up? Can we afford to maintain a viable community? And that, like I said, $4 million really is nothing. And next year, what's that $4 million going to be worth? Probably half of what it is now, or even less. And that, so my reason for being here at the Nancy Appleby Theatre, whether it's the Nancy Appleby Theatre, Muskeg Creek Trails, or the Rotary Club Trails, is the fact that these different organizations and the community as a whole are going to really need to seriously look at coming together as a community and working on projects together, and not depending on the municipal government or the provincial government or federal government for funding. We're actually going to have to do some sweat equity into some of these projects that we want to see for our community. And when I had a conversation a while back with Lionel, he was telling me about how they did the work on the Muskeg Creek Trails, and that the people that put the sweat equity into it had a sense of ownership and pride, and that's what's important with all of this. We have to put some work into some of these projects, and that I know myself, I was involved with the trails and did a lot of sweat equity into that, and when I look at our accomplishment, I feel proud of what I've managed to contribute to not only Athabasca but the province as a whole, because we've worked on the Peace River Trail and the Athabasca Landing Trail and that. But those were important projects, and so is the Nancy Appleby Theatre, the Muskeg Creek Trails, and the Rotary Club. They've done a great job with their trail system here in the community, and that's so. But for us to continue on, we need to seriously come together. It's no different than say farmers, for example. One farmer might have a combine, the other farmer might have a big tractor, where they can maybe share their equipment and time and resources, so that they don't have to put out a big expenditure, and that, so that they manage to be successful that way. And so that's what we need to do. I think by doing projects together as a community and people actually coming out, you build a sense of pride and you know, ownership of the community and the projects, and that's important for a community to continue on, because like I said, you know, when you get a federal government that's printing money, like basically like there's no end to it, we're the ones that pay the price, and we are paying the price, because like I said, our cost of living has skyrocketed, and it's not coming to an end. It's going to continue on. So we need to stay focused and work for the community. Thank you.